Hi everybody. Just to give you a little bit more information, as I said in my previous video, I was bidding in tax deed sales for about 5 months before I actually won something. So I was going out month after month, checking out these houses on the tax deed list, physically going to the houses that I wanted to bid on and checking them out. A couple of months ago, I found a property that I absolutely fell in love with. I could totally see the potential, and it didn't really seem to have a whole lot wrong with it. It needed a new roof. I talked to the neighbors. They said it had been vacant for more than 10 years. But you could see through the windows. There wasn't any major damage, no mold, nothing. And I thought it would make a great rental. But it had a lot of stickers all over it as far as being condemned and on a demolition list. So I started calling the county to see what was the deal with that, because who wants to bid on a house that's being demolished, right? So I called them and nobody could find a record of it being on any list for demolition. But they did tell me that in the event I were to buy the property, I would have to get an access pass to lawfully enter the property and to work on it. Another thing that I found out was that the property had more than $20,000 in nuisance liens on it. In Florida, all of the liens on properties that are sold through the tax deed sale are stripped, except for those that are placed by government bodies. So I had heard that you could maybe get these liens negotiated down or even possibly waived, but I started making phone calls and everybody told me that I needed to contact this one particular supervisor at the accounting office for the county. And I made numerous phone calls. I just kept being transferred to his voicemail. He never called me back. And so I decided that that was just too big of a gamble, and I let that one go. That being said, I did find out that the Phoenix house has about $4,000 in nuisance liens on it. But even though after several more phone calls, I still couldn't get the supervisor on the phone, I decided to go ahead and roll the dice on that one on a hope and a prayer that I could get it worked out in the event that I won. As you know, I did win. So I continued reaching out to his office, and I was on the verge of giving up when he picked up the phone and I was able to talk to him about my options on these nuisance liens. So it turns out my county has an abatement program where they will forgive $1 of the liens for every $5 you spend improving the property. And he sent me over the paperwork, and you can demolish the house, restore it, build something new. They don't care, as long as you are getting rid of the eyesore. So I got that part worked out. And then when I asked him about the access pass I was told that I needed, he said I needed to contact the Municipal Code Enforcement Office, which is a completely separate office. So I reached out to them by phone, but again, nobody answered. I left voicemail, nobody's called me back, so it looks like I'm going to have to actually go down there. I will keep you guys posted and let you know how that goes.